The question is, where is everybody? So there's usually more people. Yes. So we've got, you know what? We've got full-time jobs. We haven't.
True.
This
That's true.
this show hasn't produced the millions we expected. So everyone has something else to do occasionally. So we've got Uncle Dukes is out in the field, and Tyler is out in the field, and you're stuck with the three of us.
This show hasn't really even produced the singles we were hoping it was going to produce.
Listen, when we get that $3 bill, I'm going to staple it to this wall right behind me. The founding fathers of stupidity are here. What's up? My name is Timmy. Adam is in Connecticut. Rubba Shoes is in beautiful downtown Lowell. It is atbshow.com. Should you go to atbshow.com, best
Please
of luck.
do.
Godspeed. Yes. And click away. Everything, all the links are there. We right now should be, God willing, live on the Facebooks and live on the YouTubes.
Good to go. I already checked.
Look at, yes.
of course you
See,
did.
the IT department's all over it. Yes. Yeah. God bless him.
Rubber Shoes is the IT department,
Yeah.
isn't he? I like that.
I checked and I shared it.
That is our first, last, and biggest problem. Yes, he's in charge of the IT. So hold up your water bottle, Rubber Shoes.
Let's see it.
So hang on.
I can't see it. There you go.
How's that?
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What are you drinking?
I wish it were gin. It's not. So some of the maniacs in my office decided to do the 75 hard. I'll stop you in your tracks. I'm not doing the 75 hard.
I don't know what that is, but
It's
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
it's amazing if you have the willpower to do it. So, and there's different iterations of it, but I'll throw this one out. You can look it up. His name is Andy Frisella. He wrote the book. It's his challenge, and it basically 75 days. If you drop the ball, you start over, but it's a 75-day challenge. It is you take a progress picture every day. You read 10 pages, and people fluctuate. 10 pages or 10 minutes of nonfiction every day.
okay.
You drink a gallon of water. There's my jug of water. You drink a gallon of water. You have to do 2 workouts. And this has changed, too. I swear to God, it used to be 2 30-minute workouts a day. Now it seems to be 2 45-minute workouts a day. And this is the problem right now. One of them is to be outside.
Oh,
I'm
why does
sorry.
it have to be outside?
I'm sorry. I'm not going out. Well, I'm going to leave the office tonight and scurry to my car like a penguin, right? And then I'm going to race home and put on my house coat and my slippers and eat cheesecake like the late Betty White, God rest her soul. Yeah, I have. There's not a piece of me on God's green, cold earth that I want to be like, I'm going to work out outside. But people are doing it. God bless them.
Okay.
And then it's follow any nutritional regimen. Doesn't matter. Just follow a diet. There's no cheat days when you're doing this with your nutritional regimen, and there's no alcohol.
Okay, I could do that.
So I could
about
absolutely do the whole
out of those
thing,
5
and here's
things.
why I won't. Well, Rubbish, you guys both know when we get to Ash Wednesday, when we hit Lent, I usually give up sushi and alcohol.
Right.
So if I started the 75 hard, and this is not the only thing I'm not doing, trust me, it's not the only unchecked box. I'm doing like the water and the reading, and the water.
What are you reading? What are you reading?
I just got. I had gotten to be a little more. This is a sports show. We promise we're getting there.
It's the Red Sox.
For a woosah effect, I actually grabbed. You'll love this. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Have you read any of that?
Oh no, I haven't.
Super good. But
Okay.
I just started reading.
Wait. I thought it had to be nonfiction. Oh, nonfiction. Okay, my bad.
Checks the Lowell Public
And
Schools.
we're back. Start at the End is a book that I just grabbed, and I've got another one on the way that will. You might have this book actually. Not you, Rubber Shoes. Tyler's too tall for the ride, but I think your girls, Adam, might have this book. And although it's newer, so maybe they don't. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Have you heard of this?
No, I don't have that one.
I just ordered it because I'm going to start using it just in coaching in general. And I ordered it for a whole bunch of people in my office for their short people. Look it up. It's a great book. and it's
Okay.
about the 4 characters in the book traveling and just asking each other's other questions, and it's just
interesting.
it's awesome. I mean, one of the things I used today at a meeting this morning was one of the conversations between 2 of the characters is sort of like the adage of I can't see the forest for the trees, and he's saying I can't see the path through the woods, and one character says to the other, well, can you see your next step? And he says yes, and he goes, well, take that step.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and it's all little things like that, and it's just a great book that I think a lot of people could use because have you been outside lately? And I mean that meteorologically, I mean that medically, I mean all the things, all the things.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Speaking of that, though, that sounds very familiar to the Chinese proverb that Tom Brady talks about in the most recent episode of Man in the Arena. Have you guys seen episode 9 yet?
I haven't watched a lick of it.
Oh,
Maybe.
Still haven't seen any of it?
I'm busy drinking water.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It seems like an excuse. Have you seen it, Rubba Shoes?
Maybe.
Okay, so
Why
you've
is he
seen
saying
it.
maybe? What is happening?
Yeah. No, you've seen it. No, you got to watch it.
Oh,
he talks. This is like this Chinese proverb about a Chinese farmer who. You know,
Oh, I absolutely have seen that whole. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, good.
That was
All right.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the whole premise of the whole episode is maybe. That's the title of the episode and everything.
Interesting.
So.
Interesting.
I wasn't like blown away by it. I have to say I had much higher hopes of the Edelman episode. I thought they were going to do I don't know. I just thought there was going to be more Edelman in it. They were going to talk more about their relationship and stuff, but they didn't really. So I don't know.
It's over now, right?
Yeah,
that
it was
the
the
last
last.
episode?
That was the last episode.
I thought they were going to do the Tampa Bay Super Bowl as well.
You know, they might. Maybe they will. Maybe after this season or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
So there are 9 all in.
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
worth watching, man.
I'll probably have a hankering for football sooner than later. I hate saying that, but
Oh.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, no, I'm not. I don't mean like 11:30 Saturday night. I mean sooner than anyway. So that's 75 hard. We'll throw some links about that in the liner notes so people can look into that if they want to, and of course the books we mentioned we can throw on there too. So yeah, so I'm doing the water thing, which is
Quick. So do you guys have your sidebar up for people commenting?
I do not have the sidebar up right now. I'm gonna
Someone just
let
said
you manage
something
that.
Someone just said something to Adam.
Oh,
Thank
What are
you.
they- what are
Thank
they-
you. They're talking about my beautiful decor behind me. I don't know if you can hear it. Here it is. Here it is. This my beautiful
Okay.
plant. I've changed the arrangement of my studio. My studio.
yes.
My basement. Yeah. So now there's a shelf behind me, so I don't have to, put up my UMass background or anything, and now I have decor.
No, I like that.
Thanks to my beautiful wife.
You're creating depth. Now what you need, they call it bokeh. You need a light behind you. Which
Oh, well-
I know I've been getting crap. I am getting for this corner over here. Rubber Shoes is gonna love it. It's on the way. It's gonna be great. What are we doing? What's happening?
I've got my Tim Lindsay
Oh, this Tim Lindsay studio candle.
studio candle.
Now, see, you say that, and out of yeah, put it right next to the outlet. Yes. Dear Lord. No, but that's good, dude. Yeah, you're working it.
There you
That's
go.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. We're done here, everybody. Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. We do have a conversation we're going to put off until Scotty Dukes does come back. He mentioned today, and it did come out in the I think the early morning hours overnight that Johnny Lester is stepping away from baseball, and we just wanted to have a general conversation about a lot of different people. But is he a Hall of Famer? Do you think he's a Hall of Famer? So we'll save that. We're gonna put that on the back shelf with the candle and the plant behind Adam, and we'll talk about that when Dukes comes back.
When's it?
That's a good hot stove discussion, though.
We could do it the week. I think it's the last week of January that the Hall of Fame ballots are cast. Done, be accounted, and they announce it. So we could talk about who's in from the steroid era and who's not.
Some people are going to be. It's their final chance.
Well, did you see Shaughnessy's ballot? He did not vote for Poppy. Did you see that?
Yeah,
he didn't vote for David Ortiz because of the roid usage.
2004, the suspected. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, suspected.
Yeah.
Suspected. So,
well,
yeah,
listen. Were
so
you
we
there?
didn't vote for
Were you
either?
there?
No, I wasn't there. That's
Have you
true.
met him in person? I'm not going to accuse him. Yeah, he'll turn me into a pile of mofungo.
Did he vote for A-Rod? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see
Oh
whether
my
he voted
God!
for
Can
A-Rod
you
or
imagine
not.
if he voted for A-Rod and he wouldn't vote? Oh boy!
'Cause that's
Oh boy!
He voted for some jamoke that people were all up in arms about, like some
I
guy
think
who
he-
was in his like third or fourth round of
Yeah.
trying to get into the hall.
Sure.
And then
I
he
think it
didn't
might have
vote
been
for
Jeff
Ortiz.
Kent. I think it was.
That's who
Jeff
it was,
Kent.
Jeff
I
Kent.
heard,
Yeah. Jeff Kent. Yep.
Who definitely did steroids too. So
Yeah. Well, we'll save it for when Scotty's on.
Yes.
That whole era, it's you can't just throw it out. They all did it. We all presume they did it. Just cast. It's supposed to be. Were you the best of your era?
Right.
Everyone in that era was probably dabbling in some. Were you the best against the other people doing it? Just
And Edelman,
I
and
can't stand
they
that.
talk about Edelman getting suspended for using PEDs. I had forgotten all about that.
Yeah, but
But
didn't
they
they
talk
agree
about
at
him.
that? Well, not it. Wasn't it agreed at that point that was not actually like it was on the list, but like he didn't actually do like it wasn't stuff that he purchased. Like this is a performance enhancing drug. I'm going to put this needle in my butt so I can run faster and jump higher. It was something that had something in it that was on the list that was considered.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Dicey.
I do think, but they brought it up though in Man in the Arena. They brought it up, so
Interesting.
and he did get suspended for it. I mean, he got suspended for four games. So
Well, I feel like in the last 20 years, you're not really a patriot if you haven't been suspended. I mean, doesn't it
Oh!
really, yeah, does it sort of feel that
Wow.
way? Well, Deflate Gate,
yeah.
all of it.
So we're
whatever.
saying Mac Jones isn't a real patriot until he gets suspended. Is that?
Oh, it's coming.
yeah.
It's coming. That's why. Then they're going to take a couple of wins away, to Rubber Shoes' point, and I'm going to get my 8-9 after all. Well, we weren't even at halftime, and I put up 8-9, sticking to it.
8-9, it's gonna
sticking to it. Oh, what a challenge! Anyway, so before we get into the Patriots, we're going to back up, and we're going to start with super exciting. And Rubber Shoes was horrified, so we've got to cover the Bruins and the fact that Tukes is going to be back in the building sooner than we thought, which is good. I guess on time. We were expecting the first of the year. Rubber Shoes, you were on the text this morning, Adam, and Rubber Shoes put 2 U's, 2 K's, 2 points. And I didn't pick up on it. And
I don't
of
get it
course,
either.
what I will remind people, the irony that he's dressed head to toe, probably has on his Patriots thong. We're not asking to look. Yeah. Today he's
Thank
diced
you.
out, totally diced out in New England stuff. Normally, he'd be in like, I don't know, a Michael Strahan shirt with some Lakers tearaways. Like he's got more stuff, and he couldn't believe that we didn't know what the 2 U's, 2 K's, 2 points was. He goes out and checks with Mother Shoes, who dragged him kicking and screaming to the Bruins side. I mean, don't get me
Right.
wrong. If Le Habitant played the Bruins, he's sitting on the
He's
wrong
a-
side. Yeah,
Of course, right? Yeah.
1,000%.
Who they're playing tonight?
And I give him grace for that because, as I've always said, as soon as you start to tell me that the reason you root for that team is connected to your father or your grandfather, we're not yelling
Right.
anymore. There's no more
That's
arguing.
right.
So,
That's
so
right.
God rest your dad, La Habitant, boo, hiss, and all that stuff. So he's like, Steph didn't even know what it meant. And he goes, I guess I'm the biggest homer, and I've only been here for a couple years because he just came to the black and gold, right?
Oh, for the love of
And I wrote, dude, you're the biggest awayer ever, right? Like, he super is. He's got
totally.
every shirt from every team that's not here.
That's right. That's right.
Well, what were you wearing? You
I have
were you were in John Denver last week, I
John
should say.
Denver.
What are you wearing tomorrow? What do you wear tomorrow? What do you do on a day on an off day?
On an
And
off
I'll
day?
give you credit, Rubber Shoes. Since you said it from your lips to the sports god's ears, last night, the Celtics, the Bruins, the Red Sox, the women's debate team, everybody was playing last night.
Yeah.
Have you Reds?
No, they're playing tonight. They were off last night.
They were off last night. 2 nights ago, they both played though.
Yep.
Oh, we
They-
can't wait to watch them play the Pacers tonight. It'll
They've
be
been
great.
consistently playing on the same night since Rubber Shoes said it.
Yeah, it's-
He drew my attention to it, and it's really annoying.
But to the point about the awayer, the ultimate awayer with Rubber Shoes, Rubber Shoes, do you have any Boston team that was your original team?
Red
Or
Sox.
were you-
yeah.
Red Sox. That's it.
Yeah, Red Sox.
That's it. Red Sox. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
What was your football team?
Patriots too. No, so
Dan Marino.
yeah, it was
Oh,
more.
you're
as-
a Dolphins fan?
1,000%.
Oh,
1,000%.
I think my first
Kick him off the show. Get
my
off the
first
show.
football shirt was my grandparents used to go to Florida every year. They stayed in Florida every year.
Nope.
And they were
Nope.
just north of Miami. So for Christmas,
I had to be
they
a
would
Dolphins
always
fan.
they would always bring back Dolphin shirts to wear. So I'm probably there's a good chance that the first football shirt, jersey, whatever I wore was a Miami Dolphins.
This is the first time I've ever got brain freeze by not eating ice cream.
But I was a fan. I know.
Were
in the
they
70s,
in St.
like-
Petersburg watching the Yankees too, or what was going on?
No, they were on the East Coast. They were just north of Fort Lauderdale.
You should all know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to make this point. When my grandparents would go to Florida, they'd come back with that, that little round jar full of the coconut spread? That's what my family got. You got addicted to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They're just different gifts, that's all. Yeah.
But actually, I think
The Dolphins
in
are
the
the gift that keeps
'70s
on
around
giving.
here. I know Timmy's my age. What, Adam? How old are you?
Not
I'm
our age.
42.
Yeah, not our age.
42. So you're okay. So you weren't in the '70s. In the '70s, I remember wearing. I had Pittsburgh Steelers gear. I had Dallas Cowboys gear because those were the teams. The Patriots were horrible. Nobody had Patriots stuff.
I completely agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like
Even in the
I
80s, that
see
was the way too.
pictures. Yeah. I think
Until
in the
they made
mid-'80s,
the-
Bury the
mid-'80s.
Bear and
Right.
what was it? Squish the Fish.
Push the fish.
That was
Now, were you on the fish's
Technically
side
a
or?
mammal. Technically a
no.
mammal.
I was Patriots. I had both shirts.
Oh, you were on
Bury
the Patriots.
Bear-
Okay.
Squish the Fish and Bury the Bears.
Yeah.
Had both of those shirts back in.
Okay. The big question though is, when Los Angeles Lakers came to town, were you wearing a Beat LA T-shirt, or were you
No,
wearing a
absolutely not.
Magic Johnson jersey?
Yep.
For shame.
80s was straight up Lakers. I could not.
God.
There was no Boston Celtics stuff
How
found
is he on
on
this show?
my person.
Honestly.
And the
How's
thing is,
he on the show?
that was probably
only
my
2 years
dad's
deep into the
favorite.
Bruins.
We keep
of
letting
all
them in.
teams. The Celtics
Change
is
the
the
password.
team he loved the most. So that probably killed him. Like, we went to a Red Sox game for my birthday.
Okay.
And back in when the pro shop across the street from Fenway had every sport. Mm-hmm. They had every shirt from every sport. I bought a Detroit Pistons Isaiah Thomas jersey.
Oh.
It had to have killed him.
It's
Detroit
Or I should say,
Pistons.
he bought it for me.
Oh my God!
my
I would
birthday.
not have paid
Yep.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So it's like I
embarrassing.
was told Tyler, I'm like, yeah, I do not like LeBron James, and he knows that I don't. But if he ever if he liked them, I wouldn't. For the same reasons, I liked a lot of players back that my dad probably couldn't stand, but he still got me shirts and stuff for that.
Well, Tyler works at Marshalls. He can afford a LeBron James
Well,
jersey.
now
right?
he can, but 10 years ago, if he
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
one,
this dovetails perfectly into the conversation about the weekend. So I was talking to you guys earlier about this. So we were going to, not originally going to the Friday game. So BC is doing a home and home with UNH.
Okay.
And Janina's company has connections, so we have the skybox seats, which is
nice.
yeah, because I don't want to sit with the civilians at UNH. I just don't want to do
Obviously.
it. Yeah,
Obviously.
no, I don't. I just don't. Well, it's like I cannot imagine going to a Jets game and just sitting in with the populi.
With the Jets. No,
Oh my
no.
God! Yeah, like steel brush, hot shower, cold shower. I don't even know what would work. There's not enough
not-
soap.
Not to sidetrack you, but real quick, did you guys watch any of the Raiders Chargers game the other night?
I
So
watched the first half.
Incredible
Yeah, I mean,
game.
yes, I was watching. Yes, yeah,
If it ended in a tie, the Steelers were going to be out of the playoffs, right?
yeah.
NBC went to the same two guys in the stands the whole game that had Steelers jerseys on. First of all,
I
why
just-
are you at that game if you have Steelers jerseys on?
There's
in
a
the
great
first place?
question.
But secondly,
Vegas. It's Vegas.
crazy.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways.
Vegas is just people are just there. Yeah,
It's
getting
ridiculous.
arrested.
That's
Yep.
true. That's true. Anyways, go ahead with your story. I just wanted to point that out.
So I'm making the point about like fathers and influence and people being homers or not. So we're doing that Friday night, and then Saturday, Francis and I are going to the Bruins game, and then Saturday afternoon driving down Commonwealth because UNH is going to the Heights to play the other half of the home and home at BC, and then while we're there at a 7:00 game, of course 8:15 is when kickoff is for the Patriots. So then we're going to shoot to Kowloon and catch the balance of the game, and then go home and crash. My point being, Francis, and just for full understanding for everybody, our youngest, Cameron, is autistic and diabetic. One has nothing to do with the other, just that's what he is. And with his autism, he's very specific, and he's also the resident contrarian. Because we live in New Hampshire, he's going to cheer for UNH at the hockey games. And I'm like, you do understand that I have no desire whatsoever to witness you do that in public.
Wait, he's going to do what now? Can you
He's going to root
that?
for UNH at the hockey games because he lives in New Hampshire.
Oh.
And we're like, okay. Like, he only does it for hockey, which is really, well, we don't really play them for other stuff. I mean, but
right.
Yeah, it's just really funny. So other than that, like he has an Ennis Cantor shirt, and he wants to get the Freedom shirt now. So he's like, he's all in on all the things.
I
even
find that
worse.
hard
I just looked. Saturday, Bruins are on at 1, and Celtics are on at 8:30 that night in the Garden. So they're both playing in the Garden on Saturday.
Oh, so the Bull Gang will be very busy. Yeah, they can't help themselves.
But I don't feel I don't hate that much, because do you remember, back when the Red Sox used to be like perpetually in October,
sure,
and the Patriots were always playing? Wasn't it so fun to watch a Patriots game and they would announce the Red Sox score and the place would just go apeshit? That was one of my favorite things when we were winning constantly back in the early 2000s.
Yep.
I always loved that. So I don't hate it. I mean, it's not like they're going to announce the Celtics score at the Patriots game, but still, because they're in Buffalo anyways.
Sure.
But, I don't hate that part of it, but it is irritating that they're on the same day.
What's happening?
It just says Facebook user. So
is that Tyler?
It was. It's actually Scotty Dukes.
Oh,
he said, watching while working, and I'm throwing up in my mouth over all those revelations.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. We keep peeling the onion that is Rubba Shoes, and it smells worse every time. Yep. Why are you crying? Oh boy. So anyway, so we're excited about the weekend. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be busy. We'll be hockeyed out. That's for sure.
Keeping my fingers and toes crossed.
What's
I'm wearing the Mac Jones jersey today because it'll be the last day I wear it.
Oh,
come on!
He's so judgy. He's so judgy. So do you think? Speaking of the Bruins game, do you think that he'll be in net on Saturday, Rubber Shoes?
I would say yes. If
Tuca?
he's dressing tonight to be the backup.
Yeah.
I would say because they play. Oh, actually, maybe not, because I think they have a game tomorrow night.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Oh my God.
He might play tomorrow night.
I'd love to see him in, because the last time Francis and I think it was the last time we were at the Garden for a Bruins game. Might not have been last year, just with COVID and everything. I can't remember. Was the night that they honored him. Oh God, I forget what it was, for so many games or what. I forget what it was. It was some plateau number that he hit for how many games he had been in net, or most. I forget the percentage, wins, something like that. Yeah, honored him and his family on the ice. It was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome.
Is that Cameron's go-to sport, Tim, or is he like them all, or?
Yeah, all of them. All of them. I mean, he's more. Yeah, I mean, if you ask him right now, which league will you be playing in? He would tell you the NBA, which is amazing because he's, he's going to get. I think he'll be taller than me and Aiden. I think he's got his late Uncle Jay. I think he's going to have his height.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I think he'll be in the sixes is my guess. I just feel like.
Does he hoop or no?
Sure. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Well, I mean, it's that scene from Along Came Polly where he's just chucking up threes and yelling "rain dance."
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. There's no, finesse. Yeah. It's like a jar of Duke's mayo with the lid off. It's just like, white and sloppy. Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, last time he played in the league, it's not a lot of passing that takes place.
Yeah, well, that's the
he's convinced he's going to lead the team to the promised land, so.
Yeah.
But
I coach 4th grade girls basketball.
Yep.
Not a lot of passing happening.
A lot of chair throwing there, Dad, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moving up the floor!
Always over the refs. It's towards the refs, though, not towards the kids.
Of course, yes. I would never throw a chair at a child, he told the judge. Yeah, I would never do that. We have footage. We have footage, Mr. Dion.
That's the ball!
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Tonight at the Garden, they're retiring Willie O'Ree's number.
Yes, and he is number 22.
Number 22.
Oh.
And he was the first black player in the NHL. So
Which is
no kidding. Oh, that's cool.
Amaze balls. Yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of 22,
the most racist city in America had the first black NHL player.
Adam, I need you to isolate that audio and let's make a drop out of that.
Okay.
Him screaming that we're the most racist city in America.
America.
That is
former Lakers fan.
That'll be good. We'll have shirts made. Yeah, that'll be great. That'd be great.
Oh, we finally get our merch store. Yes.
Yes. Anyway, were you going to say about 22?
No, I was just going to say, I figure this is your lucky year, right? I mean, you got to be playing the lottery every week. You've got to be doing.
Oh, I've always given to the New Hampshire State Educational Fund. I play. I always play, and by doing so, like you've almost systematically, I think, with Cosmic Justice, if you play, and I don't go do scratches while I'm picking up Paul Malls. I mean, like I will go in and I will get Mega Millions, Powerball, Lucky for Life.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And of course,
this has got to be your year then. You're going to end this year a millionaire.
Well, no. No, that won't happen. My point being, every time somebody wins that, they're like, we were driving home. Jerry said we needed milk. So
right.
they always buy it randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I looked up, I saw it was a big number, and I thought, I'll give it a go. And
Why not?
Yeah, and they're like, but we're going to keep working. You're like, stupid. Yeah, I had my list of all the drugs I was going to do, all the countries I was going to visit. And they're like, so Jerry really likes mowing lawns, so we're going to keep working. Like, you're doing it wrong, Barbara. You're doing it wrong.
Barbara.
Yeah.
So will you be taking February 22nd off?
So
22.
And it's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is the day of twos. So we are supposed
Taco Tuesday.
We're supposed to be, some taco shack is going to do something like, can you eat 222 tacos? Yeah, it's going to be, somebody's going to die on that day. For sure. Taco related, of course. And, we're actually it's supposed to be the last day of the event that we have at Keller Williams, which is, they call it Family Reunion. There's two huge conferences. That's the one that rotates. So Family Reunion is supposed to be. It is in Orlando. We are going. I think we are. We confirmed today that we're driving because just the prices. The prices for airlines are ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
Our round trip, just getting down there, one way right now. Actually, one of our top comments was from Kaylee. That's our CFO. She checked and just getting.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Yes, just getting down there was like $775 ahead. So, and also just being on a plane, being subject to, are the planes going to be flying, like all the things. Nate's just like, we're just going to rent some stuff and we're going to drive down. So I'm like, this is terrible. I'm packing right now. Can't wait. It's going to be great. So it's supposed to be the last day of the event on 2/22/22, by the way, Rubba Shoes. And there's a company golf tournament that they finally put together at the last day of this event every year. They're going to do a tournament to raise money for KW Cares, which is our big that where all the So whether we're going to play in that or not, or I'm going to be driving home with Nathan. So either way, it's going to be a very special day. Yeah.
Is there any chance Tuesday by any chance?
What's that?
We're subject to Comcast in Lowell.
Oh no, is he breaking? Yeah.
He's frozen.
Uh oh.
He looks mad.
It finally happened. Yeah. He's
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he's back.
Everything just froze up.
Well, we're still
boy.
here, and you're back. It's all right.
I was gonna ask Tim, have you seen the commercial with Flutie for the GNC stuff?
Oh yeah, So what's problematic about that? It's him and
He looks
isn't
like
it-
he's 1,000 years old.
yes, it's him and Frank Thomas, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's always that weird. They're talking to the guy at the golf course, and they're talking about hey, yeah, my energy was down and all this stuff, and it always
Right.
gets to that uncomfortable point in the commercial, which is so misogynistic.
She's gonna love it.
Yeah,
Right.
and they say to the guy,
Yeah.
and she's gonna love it. And he turns to his girlfriend, and she's like it's just, it's super weird.
It is.
I don't want to
totally.
know how things are going for you. I don't want to know how
Right.
she feels about things are going for you. Yeah,
It's
do
so
I want to do a
weird.
few more reps in the gym? Sure. Belt down? I don't want to know your story. I'm Irish. My story's horrible, and I don't want to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Just all of it, the
Well,
whole
Doug
thing.
Flutie's only like 5'2", right? So his story.
Yeah, and he's got the Bon Jovi hair going. I love
Oh, my
Douglas
God.
Richard Flutie. He's my future ex-husband, and
Yeah.
I would love for him to get a fresh permanent and cut off some of the hair.
That would be nice.
But
Yeah,
he's
he-
totally
And
ripped
he
though, dude. You see him
colored
that?
it badly also.
Yeah, they live down in Melbourne, Florida, or wherever they are in Florida, and he's always surfing.
What's the over under on the fact that him and his family get their own reality show like the Terry Bradshaw family?
No, they would never do it. I think they would. I think they would be again. I mean, obviously, if he could steer it in the right direction and they could have control over it, and I'm speaking for him, and I shouldn't. I think they would not.
No, that's good. You should speak for him.
I think they would not want to do that from a privacy standpoint because of Dougie Jr.
Oh, okay.
You know, I just don't think. I mean, if you notice, and here's one of the differentiations between Dougie Jr. and Cameron is when you look at, and I'm not going to categorize everybody in one big fell swoop. When you
Yeah.
look at kids that are on the spectrum in photographs, they're typically looking away. Now, the
Right.
running joke is we as a family, because I'm a moron and I have my wife bear two more morons in my stead, we will always do an 80s album cover picture, right?
Yeah.
You'll notice most of our photos were all like it's the Joshua Tree, U2.
Oh,
like
that's
everybody's,
funny.
yeah.
I've never noticed that.
Like
yeah.
it's like a Depeche Mode album cover. Everybody's like
yeah.
looking off in the distance. So he does that all the time now. And he's absolutely capable. And he's never, I've almost made it a thing.
But he's doing it to emulate the photos that you normally take.
Yes, look at any picture of the Flutie family, and it's him and the wife and their daughter and now the son-in-law and their grandson. And Dougie Jr. is always not making eye contact. Everybody else is smiling into the lens, and Dougie Jr. is always off. And that's just
interesting.
a
I didn't know
thing that seems to be prevalent with a lot of kids on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would love having. Maybe he would love have a camera in that. I don't think a lot of people would watch it. I would if that was on Nessun Plus. I'd pay for it. Of course I would.
Of course
Yeah.
you. Of course you.
Janina
would watch
loves
it.
though.
You
You
would
gotta look.
subscribe just to the show.
If you follow them on social, Janina's like, are they tracking down these houses on purpose? Their house in Florida looks like somebody skated back to 1982 and a half and delivered it to this century. It's different.
So I
It's a
kind
lot of
feel
brass
like he would be-
railings.
I hear what you're saying about his son, but I kind of feel like he'd be a candidate for, burnt out, former football player turns reality star. I just feel like he would
Burnt
be a good
out.
candidate
Wow,
for it.
super judgy.
Burnt out wasn't the right phrase.
Yeah.
Burnt out wasn't the right
Yeah.
phrase. Washed up is what I was going for.
Moving on. Moving on.
We're no longer friends. I know we're no longer friends.
Is Rubber Shoes just sitting patiently, or is he gone again?
I think he's gone again.
Oh boy. Heavens to Betsy. We gotta get
What is happening in Lowell?
I mean, this is the best version of him. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Oh, he's back. I conjured him up
what's
like Darth Vader. He's back.
What's so funny though is that he sits so still normally that you had no idea whether he was frozen.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Call of Duty and somebody on your team's in a ghillie suit and you can't find him in the field. That's exactly what it was.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, we
that's
got to get a metronome or something behind you, Rubber Shoes, so we can actually see motion in the bedroom. Yeah, motion in the bedroom. That's our other podcast.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh my
smokes!
god. I'm definitely ordering a metronome off of Amazon.
Everybody's going to have something so it's not static. Yeah. Is he with us? What is he doing? Are you here?
Oh, he's probably quitting the show.
I feel like he's checking his taxes. What is happening?
Oh my God!
Come back to us. Are you here, buddy? Oh no, he can't see us.
I don't think he can hear us or see us. Hello.
This
Rubba
is
Shoes?
like Bruce Willis, Sixth Sense. Yeah.
Oh my God! We're 40 minutes into the show. We haven't said one word about the Patriots or the Celtics.
Well, we got to wait for him to come back with his shirt.
Oh my God! He
What's
can't hear.
happening?
What is happening? His eyes are like 4 of them. What is going on?
Can you hear us? It's like a seance.
Oh my God! This is great for podcasting.
Well, you know what? Everybody wanted to go live. We're live.
Yeah. We're live, baby.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's good that he's stoic, though. That seems like a very firefighter way to be. Like, in an
Oh, yeah.
emergency situation,
Yep.
he's very calm and,
Yep.
cool
If
and collected.
if I roll a Chevette in downtown Lowell, this guy's pulling the car off of me
This is the guy.
in a moment's notice. Yeah, he is absolutely stoic. You're right.
Don't worry, sir. We'll get you back online in just a minute. Don't worry.
He's gone. Yeah,
Oh, he's gone.
he'll be back. He's calling back in now. See, I love it.
There we go.
You know what's classic? Hey, you're back, buddy. Can you hear us now?
I don't think it was my internet. I think it was the browser froze.
Oh, boy.
All my other internet stuff, everything was running fine, and even on my rig, I checked on a different web browser. It was working. This was the only thing, so I just had to refresh it.
Interesting.
Strange.
All right. Well, you're back. That's good.
There's a learning curve attached to this, and we're learning,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
curving. Yeah. No, we're fine. That's good.
I'm sure
I
our
was.
ratings bumped up for those 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. We probably had a little fun at your expense. That's fine.
Just a
It's
little.
fine.
Just a
Yeah.
tiny bit. Just a tiny
We
bit.
love you, buddy. It's like the good old days, just the 3 of us. Like, what do we?
That's
what do
right.
we actually? So we wanted to jump into the Celtics conversation and how you guys feel about them before we get to the. We were saving the Patriots for when your shirt came back to the show. So let's get into the Celtics. How are you feeling? Do we feel like they're starting to build a little momentum, or is it a couple of good games? And also, as we all chatted offline, or I guess off the show and in between shows, about the fact that when Jalen did have that game, Kendrick threw some shade at Tatum, and I think Tatum was well within his rights to come back and be like, "Can we just say that Jalen had a great game?"
100%. 100%. I agree.
Like, would it be great if they all had a great game? Sure. I like Haley's comment, unicorns as well. And
Right.
If somebody steps up and it's one of our people that we should say they should be stepping up, well, he did.
Yeah.
And if somebody kicks ass, you get to have a night off. If your running back's not playing great, your quarterback's tossing dimes, cool. And
Right.
I do love 4,000% of what Kendrick says most of the time. And I just feel like we all said, no, he was well within his rights to fire back on that one.
Yeah, I think so too. I've gone back and forth on the Celtics a lot this season, like most people. Like, they'll have 2 or 3 games where they look halfway decent, and then they'll have a game like they had against the Knicks the other night where it was just a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
And that game against the Knicks had me feeling like, get rid of Tatum, let's reset this whole thing, let's start over. And then before we started the show tonight, I went back and looked, and I'm like, okay, in his first year with the Celtics, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've been 2 other times since he's been with the Celtics. Okay, so who's been around him in those times? The only person else that's really, like a game changer type of guy is Jaylen Brown. So these 2 guys have gotten them basically on their own backs to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times out of 5 since they've been here. So to me, you're not putting the pieces around them that are going to actually solve the problem. I think rather than trade Tatum, you get rid of a guy. I don't know that they can do this, but you get rid of a guy like Marcus Smart. You get a legit point guard that you can bring in. You've got decent pieces. You've got Tatum, Brown, and Robert Williams. So you've got those 3 guys as your anchors, and then you've got a point guard that's a pass-first point guard. And if you've got a pass-first point guard, then all of a sudden your offense opens up and you can actually play like those two guys need to play, because they're not usually pass and kick guys. They're usually like, one-on-one ISO guys. So if you can get them in the flow of the game better, and they're not the ones that are responsible for getting the flow of the game going, I think that changes the whole perspective of the Celtics. So I don't know who that point guard is. I don't know if there's anybody out there that they can get in the trade market, but to me, that's what the missing piece is, because Schroeder's not it, and Smart certainly is not it. So,
What do you think, Rubba Shoes?
I'm ready to blow it up.
Like major players and the coach and the whole 9 yards?
I think that when they went to the Eastern Conference Final, they were younger. They weren't the guys back then. Everyone was saying that they're probably going to be the guys. They weren't the guys. So I think they played more of team ball. Since they've become the guys, they don't play a team style ball, and I don't think it's going to change. I just don't like what I see out there from both. And I was on Tatum for most of the season. Now I feel the same way about Brown too. Like constantly. I know that they've stressed it to them about passing the ball around. In the last week, it's been better.
Yeah. Like
Jaylen Brown had a triple-double. He had 11 assists in that game. And I noticed that their assist totals have gone up a little. But if they can stay like that, maybe they finally see the bigger picture, that they can't just come down and look for their own stats. They got to pass it around and get the ball moving. It can end up coming back to them to shoot, but you need to work the ball around so you have a better shot instead of forcing up bad shots.
The coach, what do you guys think about the coach?
I think it's too early on the coach. Honestly, that's my opinion. I think, I'm lukewarm on him, but at the same time, it's his first season, right? I don't think you give him as much rope as Stevens had, because you gave Stevens quite a few years to try and figure it out. I think at this point, if you start to give a coach, the same amount of time that Brad Stevens has, if Ime Udoka has 5-6 years and he's not getting it right, that's a problem, because then all of a sudden you're almost through Brown and Tatum's prime, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
presuming
into their
they stay
30s
here
at that
though.
point. Well, right. No, that's true. But that's what I'm saying. If you still have the nucleus and he can't figure it out in 2 or 3 years, he's got to go. But I think you're only, 40 games into the season. I think it's really hard to say you lay it at his feet. I mean, it's not even his roster, really. I mean, I know he probably participated in some of the moves, but it's not entirely his roster. So the
Bill Parcells, you want me to cook the meal, but you won't let me buy the groceries. So
exactly.
Everybody presumes, and some piece of this has to be true. Everyone presumes that 2 of the pieces of grocery pick the coach or pick the chef, right?
Right.
Everybody seems to feel that Tatum and Jaylen were like, nope, that's our guy.
Yeah.
So if I was about to say Danny, how's Utah, Danny? So if Brad walks in and says, Ime, we're moving forward. We love you. We know that you're the one. But one of these 2 has to leave. Who does he let go? Because then he can he go get the person that he connects with to come in and start to fix the chemistry in the clubhouse? Because I still think that's really clunky.
Well, yes. I think it depends on who you're going to get back, right? I mean, Tatum's probably I think most people would put Tatum just slightly ahead of Brown. He's probably Tatum's probably a top 25 guy as opposed to Brown, who's probably top 35.
Yeah.
So there's not a huge difference there between the 2 of them. But if you can get something better back for Tatum, then that's where you go, I would think. But then again, it's hard to say, right? If you're basically picking, 2 great players, really. I mean, let's be honest. On their own, Tatum is amazing. Brown is amazing. They just haven't clicked in the chemistry department. I think that you get them somebody that can distribute the ball. That's a different story. I personally think I know I texted you guys like, get rid of Tatum. I'm sick of Tatum. But I truly think that if they can go out and get some guy who, some point guard that can handle the ball. I mean, they even looked like more of a team when Kemba would play last year, right? Yeah. Or, so to me, it's like, all right, so Kemba was hurt last year. If you had a good Kemba season, maybe all of a sudden you've got a team, right? but he was just so hurt that he just wasn't, himself. If you had Kemba from his years in Charlotte, you would have had, quite the team, I think. So they've also had terrible luck with injuries. I mean, Hayward.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving wasn't an injury, but he was, maybe an injury to the head, for God's sakes. And, Kemba. So they just had a bad string of luck. I think if they can get a guy in that can stay healthy and can distribute the ball, maybe we're in a different situation by the end of the season. But they have to make a move. And the Celtics never make moves.
I like how Chicago did. I think that's the thing. I think they go out and they get names instead of actually getting pieces that fit into what they're trying to do. Because Chicago, they had Levine that is their star, and then they went out and got DeRozan and Ball, and it has worked out really good for them so far. But
DeRozan had a sort of a mediocre season last year, and he all of a sudden is flourishing in Chicago. So,
well, he was still with San Antonio last year, right?
Right.
So he was the only guy on that team.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Pretty sure. I don't know every roster top to bottom, but I think he was just the only guy there, and now he has people to work with.
Yeah, so if you can find a guy like that, right? If you can find a guy, I don't know who that is. Like,
Isaiah Thomas is available.
I thought Lowry would
Isaiah
fit
Thomas
in good with.
I would love Isaiah Thomas to come back. I know
I'm not even joking, dude. He's been here. He distributes the ball.
Absolutely, 100%. He bleeds green. He's always said he loved his time in Boston. Why not bring him back for a year? Bring him back.
Let's honest conversation. You brought back Alvin
Horford.
I was trying to come up with a great, ridiculous middle name, but yes, everybody calls him Average Al, right? Like they brought back Horford, and
he was just brought back for his sister.
Okay.
He's a starter though, isn't he? Has he been starting for the Celtics?
He had a good.
But don't you feel like the wax is off that car though? Does he feel like the same person he was when he first got here?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
He looks better than I expected. He looks better than I expected, but he still doesn't look great.
I'm not sure he was expected to be in the role he's in. I don't think they were expecting him to be a starter, but they kind of had to because he.
Yeah.
I think the roster's all messed up. It could. I don't think they'll get rid of Udoka. I think they want to give him a chance. And Brad really, this isn't really his roster either. Danny did a lot of those moves before he left. So
and he made that point. Like as soon as he got into that office, he brought people back that were gone, and he made a lot of moves to sort of correct what it was perceived by me, at least, that he made some moves when he first took the role that clearly he didn't want certain people gone, wanted to bring them back, and brought some of his own people back in. But yeah, they haven't been through a full. And I think it's more with football than with basketball. But I think you got to give a coach. We've said this a million times, like 3 seasons.
Yeah,
I think it would be jumping the gun. I feel like after that, the presser after the game about a week ago, where like he was sitting there, he's just like, I need leadership, and he like looked around the room, like, well, dude, no, that's you.
That's you, buddy.
Like we need you to be like, and I love that he is also the coach that will shove them under the bus, but like I don't think you've earned the right to do that, dude, because the fan base is like, I think we need to shove all of you under the bus, right? So
right,
like he hasn't evoked enough confidence out of most of us. Like, you tell him, Jerry,
right,
like
right.
I think he more time for him. I don't know. Is Brad going to ruffle feathers when he does what he needs to do with players? If coach is sticking around, which he probably is, or is he literally going to hold on to everybody and just try to build the bench? Which
he can't. My view is that they're not doing anything this season if they don't do something. In other words,
print that shirt. Rubber Shoes. Write that down. Write that down.
No, but it's serious. If they don't do anything at the trade deadline or before the trade deadline, I mean, they might as well just not even think about the playoffs. Like, honestly, you're not going to do any damage. You have nobody. You have no bench, basically. Not no bench, but very small contributors on the bench.
So that's another thing. He doesn't use the bench. He's usually like 8-9 guys a night. That's it. There's like four guys DNP coach's decision every night.
Yeah.
I by the way, speaking of their bench, they sent Aaron Nesmith to the Maine Celtics, which I'm actually very excited about because I'm going to see them play the Westchester Knicks next week. So I'm very excited about that in Bridgeport. So it'll probably be more interesting than the Celtics right now.
The question is, will you get a shirt and get it signed for Rubba Shoes?
I'm going to take some pictures that I'm not in so that 5 years from now I can tell you guys, I was at that game that Aaron Nesmith had 25 points for the Maine Celtics. And you'll say, no, you weren't. I don't remember that.
You're going to have
you 15 pictures.
He hung a 30 burger on him, kid.
Well, that's proof right there.
Right there, proof.
Oh, my God. Somebody, please cobble down. If you ain't doing nothing, you're not doing something.
Yeah, that's
Adam
like
DeYoung, 2022.
I think he stole it from Yogi Berra. That sounds like a Berra-ism.
Probably.
Holy Moses.
Yeah, that's what they pay me for, the insight on this show.
Yeah. Back to that non-ice cream brain freeze.
Yeah, right.
All right, so do we want to do more than just put in our picks for the game? Like, what are your thoughts about Saturday night, 8:15 Buffalo?
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that for a
Yes.
few minutes. Yeah, so Rubba Shoes, why don't you start? Because I'm frustrated by your pessimism, but I want to hear it before I rant and rave about it.
Buffalo's given 2.5, correct? I believe that's the line. Yeah.
They have not looked good the last month, and yes, they looked outstanding against Jacksonville, but Jacksonville's the worst team in the league. So I throw that game out, and I throw the game in Buffalo, and the Hurricane Force wins, and they're 0-3 going into the playoffs. So they're limping in without major injuries. Matt Judon doesn't look like the same player he was the beginning of the year. And they I was watching one show that breaks down all the plays, and they're saying he's out there freelancing more now. He's not doing his job like Bill would want him to. And I noticed the last game he was actually pulled on the sideline quite a bit during when the defense was out there. So I don't know if might be in the doghouse right now. So I am going Buffalo 33-21.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa! That's on the 8-9 tip.
Yeah, I think I'm going blowout.
Wow.
What do you got, Adam?
Well, I have to say that I am not in favor of pessimism at all, and Rubba Shoes has been spewing pessimism across our text chain.
He's the best awayer ever. Yep.
Oh, best awayer ever. I mean, I'm sure he's secretly will come out 10 episodes from now that he grew up a Buffalo Bills fan. I'm sure of it.
Saturday night, I had a Josh Allen shirt under my Dan Marino shirt, under my Vinny Testaverde shirt.
I'll wear my Flutie's Buffalo Bill jersey.
Oh, jeez. Don't do it. Please
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Go ahead, Adam.
So I have to say that, well, I also am too much of an optimist, so I realize that.
Yep.
But I'm going to say that, yes, they are 1 of 4 in their final games, or 1 and 3 in their final games of the season. That being said, they are 2 missed interceptions away from being 3-1, in my view, right? We were just about to come back on the Bills. We dropped a pick. We were just about to come back on the Dolphins. We dropped a pick. Now, have they been at their best? No, they haven't been at their best. But I think Mac Jones has looked really good when they've let him loose and allowed him to just cook and throw the ball.
Yep.
I think Harris has been really good. To me, I think that they are positioned for an upset in Buffalo. So, that being said, I'm going to say 28-24 is the final score. 28-24.
I'll go a little less high scoring. Now that the regular season is over, I can rest on my laurels of being absolutely wrong at 8-9. And I'm going to go I'm gonna flip our year around a little bit, and I'm gonna say Patriots take it 22-20.
Oh, interesting.
I said last week, now that the regular season's over and they actually squeaked in, and I agree with Rubber Shoes. I don't feel great about it, but I'm just going to throw some spaghetti at the cabinets and see if it sticks. I absolutely, now I want everything. We're coming for the children. Yes. I don't. I mean, if we were fortunate enough to put together winning football games to get us all the way to SoFi, that would be incredible. And I don't think that's in the cards for us. Although this week I'm hopeful that it gets extended. Our family leaves the Christmas tree up until the Patriots are done playing. That's how we verbalize it to stay positive.
I love that.
So I would like the Christmas
We'll
tree.
be busy Sunday then. Taking it down.
Oh, we won't take it down immediatamente, brother. But it'll.
Can I?
Go ahead.
I just want to say, so to me, all right, maybe it's because I've been watching Man in the Arena and all this stuff. This season for the Patriots has a very Giants-y feel. The Giants backed at both times the Patriots lost to the Giants backed into the playoffs. They were playing like crap at the end of the regular season, and then they whittled together a couple of wins and made it to the Super Bowl. Wouldn't it be nice if we are able to do that and we meet Brady in the Super Bowl?
No, you're making my point.
Super Bowl.
This is the planet I don't want to live on.
Yes,
I don't want to. That is it.
Bowl.
That is 2 weeks
You don't have
where I would want to get a frozen brain from eating Duke's Mayo ice cream, right? Just put a jar of Duke's Mayo in the freezer, and I will gnaw on that and get brain freeze. I do not want to live in that universe. I never want to see. And I know people that would be the absolute apex to watch Bill play Tom.
Nightmare.
Nope. What?
It'll be your other nightmare. It's going to be Green Bay and Kansas City.
Yeah, nobody's going to watch that Super Bowl. Nobody cares.
Well, no,
The only Super Bowl people want to see is Brady versus the Patriots. That's it.
Yeah, I don't want to see Kansas
New
City
England fans
get anywhere near it, but I'm okay with Kansas City going. I'll just be the biggest fan for whoever's come out of the NFC. I just don't want to hear it. He had a pretty bad game the other day, and they still sang his praises because they won.
It's awful.
Because they won. It's
I'll
always
have my Aaron Rodgers jersey on next week.
Oh my God. The fact that you have any room in your house for actual New England clothing is
He has a New England room and then an awayer room.
He
just walked in an awayer room.
That's it. It's about even.
Let me see if I can get my Aaron Rodgers jersey out tonight. They're playing at 8:15, so I'll put that on.
At the Corey household out back, there's a pool shed, a she shed for Steph, and it should be as big as she needs it to be because she has to tolerate him. Yeah. And then there's a shit shed where he keeps all of his Aaron jerseys. Yeah. The pool shed, the she shed, and the shit shed for all of his clothes.
Shit shed, yep.
Oh my God!
So who won the prediction game on the Patriots from the beginning of the season? I was pretty close. I think I was 11-6.
Rubber Shoe should have that written down somewhere. I was out at 8-9, although I'm sticking by it because I still think we're gonna get some wins taken away. Yeah. They're gonna find something Mac Jones clipped his fingernails at halftime.
The wrong way.
Yeah, something. They'll find something. New York's looking now.
So, Rubber Shoes, do you have it written down?
We were within 1 game each. I said 9-8, and you said 11-6.
6. Yeah.
So we were one game off.
We were close.
Where was Scotty Dukes?
And I know Scotty. I believe he was 12 or 13 wins.
He
was very optimistic.
He's so cute, isn't it? Unbelievable.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet.
Undefeated season. Everybody gets ice cream. Yeah, God bless him.
Cam Newton finishes the season undefeated for the Patriots.
Yeah, with 38,000 passing touchdowns. Yeah. Ever the optimist. Oh, boy. All right, boys. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the weekend. Lots of stuff to look forward to. Certainly that 8:15 game. That is going to be brutally cold. They said the wind's not supposed to be bad because I can only imagine what it's supposed to be at 8:15 on Saturday night with the lake effect breeze and snow coming in. So
how many Scorpion Bowls will you be deep by the end of the game?
I've built this story in my head. I haven't told the wife I want to do that. She She should be okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not anti-Kowloon. I'm just saying I have a longer day than she does. Not that it's a long day, but like to go to the Bruins first. And then,
It's a lot for you.
Cameron and I will definitely be hungover. But like, I think the BC game should be over by 9-ish. We should be getting to Kowloon by halftime.
So you have time for at least 2 Scorpion
If we're
balls.
getting seated, when you go in, that room on the left has TVs up on the side. On the other side is the bar with the Keno kid and TVs.
Yeah,
but then the other room on the other side of the main entrance has TVs in there. Of course,
Scotty,
they'll have it on. So
Scotty Dukes chimed in. He said, still hopeful and will never listen to the Dolphins fan on the show. 23-20 Pats.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he's right there with me. I'm 22-20, so I love it. I'll take it. So yeah, it'll be my ties, though, to answer your question, Adam. It'll be my ties.
Okay,
Always,
right.
always. Yeah.
Does the Loon have an official closing date yet or no?
No.
No,
it's
they're
not
not
time.
close to
Why
that
would you
yet.
upset me like that?
No, I'm just trying to think about when we can get down there as a group so we can
still have a few
enjoy
years.
some spare
Oh,
ribs
we'll be
and-
fine. Don't worry. That will be like when they announce Dave Matthews' final show,
Yeah.
and all these veggie burrito barefoot people are tenting out for 9 months at a time. It's gonna be like that.
The veggie burrito.
Yeah,
people.
yes. I will
Those
be.
are the
I
only
will be
people
at
that
the.
listen
I
to
will be
Dave.
at the Last Supper, as Bobby Dugan would say, at the Loon.
Yeah, guy.
For sure.
I'll be at the fire station Saturday, freezing my butt off at motor vehicle accidents. During
my
the
God.
Oh, jeez. Don't text me while your jaws.
I
are
feel like
lacing.
he's going to watch the entire game with his slippers on, making chili for the boys. I feel like there'll be
please.
no outdoor activities.
I hope
I'm
so.
wishing that upon you, my friend. Wishing that upon you.
Yes, me too.
Oh, boy. Anyway, all right, brothers. I will see you guys on the other side. Our scores, Scotty Duke said 23-20. I said 22-20. Rubber Shoes, you said 33-21 bad guys?
Yes.
Yes. And Adam said
28-24.
28-24.
Good guys.
I love it. It's going to be great. The Christmas tree stays up for at least another 3 months.
It
Rubber
better be
Shoes
down.
is
It better
all
be
week
down
for the
before the next
Dolphins.
episode.
Oh, my.
Wow.
So angry. Adam,
Wow.
do me a favor. One more thing, Adam. Do me a favor. Make sure you order that metronome. Have a great